Hey everyone, Bean here. Welcome back to EarthBound Beginnings. Last time we hung out in Reindeer and found a lot of mouthwash. This time we're gonna take the train, out of Reindeer, and all the way into Snowman. We're gonna skip Spokane for now. We'll be going back there eventually. You might recall that a couple episodes ago, we picked up a hat from a lady in Reindeer Station. That hat belonged to someone in Snowman. We're going to return that hat, like the good Samaritan that we are. Now, coming up is my personal favorite song in the game, so I'm going to shut up and let it play for one full iteration for y'all. God, that's an elegant song, if I do say so myself. Anyways, welcome to Snowman. Here, the enemies are very hard. You might think, oh, this is just a white version of the stray dog that we fought back in Podunk. No, no, no. Check out this bad luck. Wolf A fights Stumpy. Wolf B fights Stumpy. Wolf C fights Stumpy. Wolf D fights Stumpy. Before Stumpy can even do anything, he has been crushed by purely bad luck. Now, admittedly, I could have played a little more defensively. I could have given Stumpy some kind of shield or defense boost or something. But I definitely wasn't expecting such poor luck on my very first battle. Anyways, here's Bigfoot. Just like real-life Bigfoot, he is hard to kill and has freeze psychic abilities. I think this is our first time running into freeze, if I'm not mistaken. Freeze is very, very tough to deal with, as you can see. At this point, the poor luck I've already faced with Stumpy makes me say, whatever. We can always try again. Sometimes the game will deal you a rotten hand, and it's okay to just try again. Take two, baby. We're all healed up. We've got some good stuff. So, Stumpy's fight alone is fine against the earlier enemies. Around here it starts to show that, it's better to rely on Stumpy's exclusive stuff, like his laser beam. Laser beam acts the same way that PK beam would, and you can use it multiple times, so it's pretty useful against enemies with strong physical defense anyways, like this polar bear, who I have no choice but to lower his defense. And yeah, the polar bear is a recolor of the bear that we fought earlier, and the silver wolves are recolors of the stray dogs that we fought earlier. This is not uncommon practice in these early games. I mean, they only have so much memory. It saves a lot of space to just say, hey, just use this image, but switch the colors. A lot of healing going on in Snowman. Gotta play it extra safe, and I'll explain why in a bit. Another polar bear. Not that bad, honestly, this time around, thankfully. Blessedly, we have already arrived in the very small, very quaint village of Snowman. Everyone in Youngtown has disappeared, eh? I don't like the sound of that. Oh no, poor Scarves. I didn't know that, but thank you. Good advice. Rude. Gave us a cold. Luckily, we have the only known cure for colds, mouthwash. A lot of the NPCs in this area have colds, as you might expect, from such a cold place. A lot of people telling us stuff about towns that we haven't visited yet to the north. Some foreshadowing. Now, here's why you want to play it safe in Snowman. It's because it's so small, there's not really much here. Other places have, you know, all sorts of amenities. Here we have a very small store, a very expensive inn, and a healer. We don't even have, in fact, a hospital out here, a fact that I didn't even realize until I was going over this footage. As I was playing, I did not realize that that would be an issue, the lack of a hospital, thankfully. But the lack of a hospital out here means we have no way to revive our dead if we're stranded out here. So, yeah, we want to play it real safe, especially with all these toughies everywhere. Here's the healer, just like all the other healers. Here's a little fourth wall breaking for you. Dad's asking us the player, me, my name. Now, since I kinda already put Bean for the player character, and since this is sort of like a collaborative experience, I like to think that it's not just me playing the game, you guys are playing the game too. I mean, you're only watching, but you know what I mean. Like, it's a together thing. So that's why I decided to name the player in this game viewers like you. Now, why the heck would the game ask us for our real-life name? You'll see. Just trust me on this one. We, of course, also need to save our game. Dangerous call, because now if we die, we are stranded out here. But sometimes you gotta play it risky. Just looking over myself, making sure I'm good to go. Very nervous. Very afraid. You can never be too careful. Wouldn't want to lose all my progress. Thankfully, there's a very calming melody guiding me along. So I make one last little sweep up to the north to make sure I'm not missing anything. And thankfully I'm not. It's a bunch of cliffs, nothing to worry about. And then I decide to keep on going to Chateau Snowman. Once again at the mercy of the wild beasts. Another pack of wolves. I decided not to edit this one out because the other one went so poorly. I wanted to show you guys what a successful fight looks like. And I'll tell you right now, even a successful fight doesn't look pretty against these guys. Gonna get some defense for Stumpy right away, and gonna bust out a bomb right away. Bombs, as you might recall, attack every enemy, which is very handy. Also helpful, not every single wolf attacks Stumpy this time, so thanks. Appreciate that. This is definitely the strongest pack of enemies. We've faced some strong, like, one enemies, and some strong duos. This is kind of the craziest, like, horde pack of enemies that we had to face as of yet. And it's a toughie. I kind of am debating, you know, should I even waste a turn life upping? And I can decide, you know what, yeah. I'm going to use both my bombs here. I just want to get it over with, get my experience, and get out of here. Of course, now Bean is on his last legs. Thankfully, Stumpy gets the bomb off in time. And we are safe from the wolves. But I don't have much... Well, I have a decent amount of psychic points left. Still. Oh, I remember that I never fed Stumpy his magic candy that I got him from Magicant earlier. That's a one-time use. Permanently boosts one of his stats. It's great. I was an idiot for not using that way earlier. That's on me. Meanwhile, we're gonna eat a lot of herbs from this big old bag. Believe it or not, this bag will bottom out eventually. We are going to... God, I don't know if it's... It can't be 20 herbs. We would have run out by now. Maybe it's closer to 50. I don't know, that's the sort of thing I should probably look up and know. Oh well. Here's another fight. Another pack of wolves. That's bad. You know what? I do not feel like it. I'm gonna slip on out of there. What's next? A polar bear? No problem. More like polar don't care, because I'm too busy leveling up. And I think that's the last battle we face before we enter Chateau Snowman. Thankfully. Ah. Here's Scarves. That's me. And guess what? I've got a hat for you. A lot of moms missing, seems like. A lot of moms missing in Snowman. In Youngtown. We've got some investigating to do. Also interesting because, as you may remember, the Japanese name of this game is, of course, Mother. Scarves puts on her hat, and now she's in our party. Hooray, we've made a new friend. Scarves is great, super duper useful. Very, very glad to have her on the team. But bad news, just like Stumpy, she starts out at level 1. And you know what that means. Yep, we're heading back to Magicant. So here's, super truncated version of how Magicant goes. It goes pretty straightforwardly. Nothing too eventful happens. I swing over here, though, because there's an item I can get now that I have Scarves in my party. If I use telepathy on this swimming cat. That's a good sentence to say. Give a magic ribbon to Scarves, which, much like the magic candy for Stumpy, is a permanent stat boost, one-time use, just use it right away. I'm also going to swing over to the benevolent old man and pull out some money. And spend that money to get some defensive items. Fire Pendant will give Scarves resistance to freeze. Brass Ring is just a defense boost. All very useful for Scarves. Also, now that we have a third-party member, our inventory has increased 8-fold once more. So that means I can swing by Queen Mary's castle and pick up some of the items that I'd ignored earlier. Nothing too special here. There is one new item, though. The Flash Dark. What the heck is that even? Yeah, of course. Sure. We also have time, of course, to pay our respects to the fallen. And once we've paid our respects, we can, of course, recruit another flying man to help us out in our grind. I've edited out pretty much all of the grind. You don't gotta worry about it. All you need to know is that by the end of it, Scarves is level 7 or level 8, which is still not quite ideal, but, it's better than nothing. It'll do for now. And she'll level up naturally once we're in Snowman, once she can hold her own in Snowman. Also, Flying Man, sorry bud, you don't make it. R.I.P. bud. That's enough for now. See you next time.